Selamat datang ke Sembang at Sempang. Jangan lupa follow, like dan share. Okey, pernahkah awak berkahwin dan menggunakan khidmat fotografer? Pada hari ini kita akan pertengahkan kawan kita yang bernama Panji.
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. Sembang at Sempang.
Apa khabar Encik Panji?
Alhamdulillah, baik-baik selalu.
Okey, nama sebenar awak?
Okey. Panji Syafi'i lah, boleh panggil.
Panji Syafi'i. Awak ingatkan Panji tu nama apa? Nama pendek saja. Rupanya actual name
Panggilan.
Panggilan. Oh, panggilan. Bukan actual name?
Bukan. Orang kenal saya dengan Panji.
Panji. Okey, kenapa pula Panji?
Cerita je panjang. Let's not talk about it.
Tahu I dulu pernah dengar
Panji Tenggorak.
Tenggorak.
Panji Tenggorak.
Lah tengok. Ini nama brutal. Okey, Panji. Okey. Sebelum kita kenal Panji sebagai seorang juru gambar, apakah pekerjaan you sebelum menjadi seorang cameraman?
Saya orang pulau. Saya kerja di Pulau Sakra Island as a senior lab analyst.
Orang minyak.
Orang minyak. Orang chemical lah. Chemical.
So berapa lama you kerja sebagai ni?
About 12 years, 12 tahun.
12?
Ya, 12 tahun. So that's where I meet with a lot of people lah, because it's a multinational company kan.
Okay. That means directly from NS?
DuPont. Not DuPont Pin tau, the DuPont. Mana? Sebelah mana? Icon Center. Okay, basically mine is at Sakra Island. Masa tu kita masuk naik boat dekat Tanjung Keling. Then slowly dia tukar dia punya causeway, highway. After 9/11 semua tak boleh masuk. Before that banyak orang pergi sana pancing.
Tapi budak-budak baru ni tak tahu dulu tu island tu dipecah-pecahkan.
Betul. Now
sekarang ditambah, digabungkan jadi satu.
Dari Jurong Island.
Jurong Island.
Betul.
Alright.
Betul.
Okay, that means lepas NS straight away you jadi lab analyst lah.
Lab analyst but in a different company lah. So slowly after from the experience, I go to this Jurong Island lah, where at that time tak ramai nak pergi, sebab people have that common that set of that mindset,
high risk.
Tapi okay lah, alhamdulillah, berbaloi lah.
Alhamdulillah. Because high risk usually comes with high pay.
Betul.
Yeah. So 22 years dalam this industry?
No, 12 years.
12 years. Aku lama juga. I dulu pun di Sony 13 years. I quit lah.
Yelah. Time to move on, kita move on.
Actually about 10 years, 15 years, people pun dah boring kan. Go to another job scope lah.
Betul.
Okay, selepas menjadi seorang lab analyst, you terus masuk jadi cameraman ke ataupun you put one leg in?
Okay. Actually, my starting is I'm more of a videographer. And terjadinya ni sebab I terjebak. Terjebak because at that time my father is the one running this videography business dengan kamera dia yang besar tu.
That means it's a family business lah.
Kind of, tapi at that time masa dia buat tu, sometimes dia punya assistant atau dia punya crewman last minute tak dapat attend. So he asked me to come and help lah. So slowly
angkat barang-barang tu.
So slowly macam ada minat. So when he retire, while I'm working at Jurong Island, I learn on my own, take courses macam gitu, so do my own. So when he retire, I do on my own.
Understand. Okay.
But the photographer business is another thing where masa when I do video, I liaise dengan kawan photographer. So when I'm normally kita ada hari raya shoot. So at that point of time, kita ada ambil satu booking on hari raya yang first week of hari raya. Tapi
perjumpaan hari raya lah, something like that.
tak, studio shoot for raya.
Studio shoot.
Studio shoot for raya. So he's the one who expert in photo. So 4 days before the shoot day, dia masuk hospital.
Allah.
So what I akan gabut lah, because I'm more in the video
yes,
and liaising with clients semua. So when he reported that dia tak boleh continue that shoot, I call my friend yang own that studio shoot. I pay him 4 hours of training.
Okay.
That 4 hours training, I prepare myself to shoot on that day itself. So that's why terjadinya foto.
Kira macam terjun botol.
Terjun botol lah. Apa nak jadi sebab it's not nice to cancel.
Betul.
So 4 hours dia nak charge berapa charge lah. So I would learn that 4 hours. People took a few months, few years to learn. I just say okay. Tapi I stand by my friend yang owner of the studio. Okay lah, apa-apa jadi aku panggil kau Okay. But I continue the shoot lah. So that's why I learn photo, video.
Okay, apa pula perbezaan antara videographer dengan photographer?
Firstly is the setting. Setting of your camera is very different. And kalau we talking about kalau macam studio kan, it's more of how you pose.
Okay.
The setting of the lighting semua very beza lah. The needs, the setup is totally different from video.
Okay. For layman like me, I know kalau photographer you just shoot je lah kan. Videographer nak kena lari sini ikut pergerakan.
The equipment lah. Video ada more equipment to photo just the camera and the lens and the lighting. Video ada stabilizer, ada apa? You need gimbal and basically the setting of your camera lah.
I think you dulu yang maybe you still know lama-lamanya videographer, you know the videographer dia punya equipment so big bulky kan.
Yeah.
Nak carry on.
I shoot that before lah. My father time lah. The big one yang over the shoulder.
The big one. Macam bawa motor tu kan.
Betul. But that time for that one editing je lebih leceh dan lebih
itu tak ada stabilizer apa kan dulu. You see the difference between now and then
betul.
Sekarang I think tangan goyang pun still okay
boleh do it in when you editing lah.
Dulu punya kalau goyang teruk alamak susah betul
betul. For foto lagi teruk. Last time pakai film you cannot see your picture.
Yes.
Only after you develop then you can see your picture. Jadi ke tak jadi?
Cakap pasal tu dulu my own wedding maaf cakap lah dulu punya fotografer yang ambil my shoot I nampak gambar I tak ada kepala lah. I tengok
serius lah.
Dan dia bagi ke I, then my kepala tak ada, badan and my partner sebelah lah ada lah. Cakap macam mana ni dia ni.
Serius lah, betul lah.
Serius, I tak bedek you. I tengok cannot be what.
Dia nak tunjuk gambar apa, baju pengantin je lah.
I was shocked lah to see kalau I jadi fotografer, I won't
give this picture
this to my customer lah.
Betul. Present at that time
But dulu of course pakai film. So berapa roll kita ambil kan,
based on roll kan, charging.
But now so far macam okay, kita digital, everything you can edit online.
Betul lah.
Makes your job much easier lah.
Yeah, tapi the best still you kena ada skill lah. At least the raw or the actual picture is good. Nak edit will be better. Kalau tak you nak edit labak lah.
Now pun nak kena you must add on editing skill pula sekarang.
Betul.
Kalau tak ada editing skill pun gambar pun kurang cantik lah.
Betul.
Nowadays you can see dia punya fotografi effect very
wow lah.
Stunning wow. Best,
depending on the person itself.
Correct.
Different photographer got different skill.
Now kebanyakan I see the trend now orang nak outdoor shoot.
Betul.
Kan?
Betul.
Rather than kat studio, outdoor more macam more interesting lah to the new
the youngsters nowadays lah. Betul.
Dulu-dulunya mesti studio shoot, pusing sana pusing sini, tukar baju sini.
Tapi jangan lupa dulu baju 7 baju 8 baju kan. Hari 6 ada shoot, hari Minggu pun ada shoot, 8-7 baju.
Itu dulu yang
tanya Abang Nizam berapa pasang baju bang? Serius lah.
Ini old school lain, old school. My ramen. My time I think quite a number of baju juga. Penat juga.
Kan?
Tukar. Sampai stres lah.
Syed cakap tak ada baju bogil terus.
Memanglah dulu.
Kan?
Sekarang ni I think more simpler. Ada youngsters tak nak banyak-banyak tukar baju. Just
kan?
simple one or two will be good.
Betul. Nowadays about 2 baju. The maximum 3 baju. Because why? Usually now kahwin 4 jam je. Venue 4 jam, 5 jam maximum.
Short nowadays. Sekarang even venue pun kadang-kadang you tengok in one day boleh 3 pengantin. Kan? Pagi, petang dan maybe evening
Yes.
Boleh 3 pengantin lah.
Because dia 4 jam, satu slot 4 jam.
That's why.
Ada full time ni.
Also, yes, now correct.
Okay.
Dulu tak ada.
Dulu makan sampai basi.
Sebab tu certain venue dia tak bagi bawa balik makanan. They don't. Betul.
Sekarang dah tak boleh. Within 4 hours.
Now you nak bawa balik at your own risk. Venue tak tapaukan you. Dia macam you dia tak plastic bag you bawa balik lah.
Belum lagi experience lah. Belum kahwin lagi kan.
Okay. Semoga kita tak boleh doakan ni. Tak boleh doakan kan? Tak boleh. Tak boleh doakan. Apa dah kan?
Tapi gambar mengenai tak ada kepala.
Wah, dia lupa lah. Tu mimpi dia.
Alright, Encik Panji, okay.
Saya?
For this photography business, kenapa actually you want to choose this career as full time?
Aku ni suka lah.
Betul Abang Nizam cakap. Aku ni suka lah.
Actually, why?
Okay.
Why? What drives you to become a full time cameraman?
Apa dia?
Apa dia?
Tak apa. Actually this kita ada more time like you all lah. You got your own time, own target. I got more time with the family. Tapi the only thing macam you all juga, kita sometimes weekend, but now slowly we can burn, but it's still okay lah. It's still worth it because masa budak-budak kecil-kecil dulu kan, I got time to fetch them. I got time to so the bonding of family better lah.
Actually being self-employed weekdays kita more relax, weekend kita more busy.
Betul.
So you want this kind of life lah.
Yep. Ada sampai bapak mertua cakap, kau tak kerja kadang yelah, kau tak kerja So he worried lah because kita nampak macam tak kerja, tapi kita kerja over the weekend, kita kerja dalam rumah pun kita kerja buat
so you have your own photo studio lah at home kan.
Yes betul.
That means actually weekends you banyak go for outdoor shooting kan, wedding shoot. So okay, how about weekdays, what you do?
Kalau tak dekat rumah doing editing, macam ni I do podcast, I do corporate shoot nowadays.
Corporate shoot.
Correct.
Okay.
So studio shoot, normally studio shoot pun a lot corporate on studio the weekdays lah selalu.
Okay.
So
you got your own studio jugalah.
Kawan ni studio kita pakai, kita bayar.
Okay. You ada collaborate dengan mungkin mak andam ke apa?
Ada, memang banyak. Dalam line of work kita mesti ada collaboration lah. Kita collaboration.
You ada join juga dengan Expo punya group?
More venue, mak andam. Even I collaborate dengan other photographer also. Kadang kita macam kita ada double booking, triple booking. Okay, kau boleh cover tak? Boleh cover, dia cover. So that's how I work. I believe in collaboration like that lah.
Have to lah sekarang
Yeah.
It means kalau you tak boleh, then you got partners to at least cover for you.
Correct. Dia bagi kongsi rezeki.
Betul. And okay, nak tahu juga adakah you ada setelah terjebak dalam kerja ni, you ada tak cabaran-cabaran yang actually yang manis, untuk you share dengan kita sebagai seorang fotografer?
Okay, ada satu. Ada actually a lot, tapi this one is tangkap terkesan di hati lah. Same juga about studio shoot Hari Raya. Hari Raya studio shoot. Tapi this lady call can you come over to my place to do the studio shoot? I say a bit leceh because the setup everything I don't usually do lah. Come over lah, I say. Sebab tidak, because my father is dying. So he got only 1 week to we do not know, maybe 1 week or maybe tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Say, oh, okay. Then I say, okay lah. Without me us telling them how much tau. And they also don't care about how much also. So go there, kita set up. The father usually makan ubat, tapi at that day studio shoot day, dia tak nak makan ubat. He want to be awake and he can smile to do the shoot. Dia punya, tapi in pain tau, the father. So
Ini sakit apa tu?
cancer.
Cancer.
So we go set up everything, bapak dia macam boleh can see the pain in him, but still you see smile. So
He need to be strong to give a best smile in front of the camera. Wow.
yeah, I also macam macam sedih lah, tapi I try to change keadaan to make it
Make it fun.
dia ada satu cucu cute tu, so we use him to kacau datuk dia semua lah. So I can a bit of smile everything.
Actually dia punya childrennya last wish ke atau dia punya father punya?
I didn't ask lah, but I think they request to come over lah. So after the shoot, after actually dia nak gambar besar. Normally it will take about, for me I will take about 3 weeks to 1 month to settle everything, edit, print everything.
Correct.
But the request to do it ASAP. So I managed to do it about 1.5 week.
Wow.
1.5 week.
You
Betul-betul
need to prioritize this.
So after 2 weeks plus, the lady called me. Bang, bapak saya dah meninggal. Tapi before that, he was so happy to see the picture. Every family was so happy to see the picture. So it's a very difficult picture because belakang semua banyak barang. So I must make it into a studio look tau. So I changed a lot. So they're very happy lah. Then the best part, after 5 years later, the lady yang call me, she remarried. She called me to shoot her wedding.
Wow.
So I remember that family like macam wah. Okay, this a little thing I do that make people happy. That is the best part lah. Macam best lah.
Usually cameraman, you capture the moments.
Betul.
Wow. Interesting
Got a few other similar juga because studio shoot juga. This one I collaborate dengan charity company to do low income people untuk do studio shoot. So there happen to be one family ni, mak dia is actually doing chemo tu. After chemo terus masuk studio.
I see.
So but this one lagi sedih. Belum sempat bikin apa-apa. 2 days, 3 days later mak dia meninggal.
But the children get to see the
ada memento, ada memori lah.
Okay. Wow. Okay, besides you shoot for wedding, shoot for corporate event, shoot for family photo shoot, you ada buat macam sports shoot ke apa?
Ada?
Like this apa ni yang baru lepas ni Formula 1 ke apa?
Actually about last year I shoot I feel you're not, whether you're pernah dengar walking football, I shoot World Cup walking football. Tu hari ada Australia, Indonesia, UK, Japan.
You're invited for this
Yeah,
shoot?
correct.
Wow. Nama ke atas lah.
Tak ada. Yes. Happen to be I know somebody. Then
That's good because of the context. Alhamdulillah, you manage like that.
Yeah, betul.
That's the importance of context.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's why we must build network and must work with everybody lah. Like you see,
actually this one adds to your portfolio.
Betul.
So people boleh nampak the credibility dia. Wow. He's done that. He's done this. Wow, so many things.
This different thing make me learn more about photography. Because until now I'm still learning in progress. There's no macam dah kira dah bagus, tak ada.
Correct.
So every event I learn. Mistake I make, I learn.
I see. For myself, actually, I love black and white photos.
Oh yeah.
Classic lah. To me, it's classic.
I like. Tapi kan youngsters now they say ini gambar mati.
Serious?
Gambar mati. Dia orang tak suka to them. Because you ni macam dia macam ada satu mood to and vibe kan.
Correct. The vibe like is classic. Macam baru modern dilamakan lah. Kan?
Tapi ada certain group lah cakap ini macam gambar orang mati hitam putih.
But nowadays kids they prefer like what kahwin ni hitam putih lah, gothic lah, something like that.
Gothic lah, gambar blur pun is actually trend.
Pun tengok pun pening juga budak-budak sekarang ni. Kenapa wedding pun hitam lah?
Betul.
Usually wedding hitam is people dying lah, kan? But they prefer that way.
Yeah. Adam family. I pernah shoot yang pengantin pakai baju hitam last.
Total
Gothic, yes.
Gothic.
Ada punya makeup pun
Very like macam date like that.
Yeah.
Nowadays trend
Yeah, correct.
Very very strange nowadays. But yalah, from my point of view, I memang suka black and white, and even my wedding pun I cakap dengan dia, I pernah pakai wedding pakai baju Baba Nyonya, Melaka.
Wah.
So
dia paksa pakai.
My wedding pakai baju Baba Nyonya, but I tell the photographer I want in black and white.
Yeah. Afa kena rambut dengan ikat macam gitu lah, Baba yang tu lah.
Them have to do the tricks lah. So I request lah photographer, please, I want in black and white.
Tapi ni ada kepala lah.
Ada design dia lah. So the photo that's why the kind of gambar yang really I treasure.
Yeah. Not easy to black and white.
Not easy.
You must know the tone, different tone.
Correct.
Yeah.
So not every camera can really do a good job in black and white photos.
Betul.
Is to me.
Actually, there one more lighting also.
Yeah. Banyak lighting all that.
Then they change into black and white, the tone, everything.
True. But last time lagi teruk pakai filmnya.
Kan. Tuan betul-betul skillnya.
Nowadays you still boleh adjust through editing.
Boleh retake anytime. Okay, alamak, sorry, retake balik. Retake until you puas hati.
That's why to me I see last timenya photographer really
skillful. Yes, betul skill.
Last time my uncle also is a photographer lah, but now dah pencen lah. After dah tua, dah penat, dah tak boleh angkat kamera, dah goyang tangan quit already lah. Yalah. That's usually I see the trend lah. Even my brother pun pernah ceburi bidang ni, but until he see nanti mata dia dah start sakit-sakit because of editing. Then you say quit lah.
Betul. Yeah. You spend a lot of time dalam komputer.
Komputer kan. So very is actually is a tough job. You don't think it's easy, Sometimes you all dapat quotation daripada cameraman. Maybe how much one shoot for a wedding?
Minimum at 2,000.
2,000. You think it's expensive? You don't know what they do.
Betul.
2,000 is not a simple job. Okay, they have to take photos, take moments of your wedding, okay, then convert it into a storyline.
Betul.
That's how expensive a photographer job is.
Our job divide into two. Or the actual shoot, after that belum habis lagi.
Correct.
Editing lagi another 10 hours. It's not because we don't satu kali bikin shoot habis edit semua sekali. Like that the result won't be good. Kita kena ada mood, kita kena ada passion, kita slow.
Betul. Okay, kalau di Sempang, jomlah sembang. Free consultation di property shop at Sempang Bedok. Depan Spice. Jangan malu, masuk je.
Kita continue di second episode.
Yes.
Assalamualaikum.